Okay, brilliant. Thank you very much for inviting me to this event as well. So I'm serving police officer. My name's Rani Gundu and I carry the initials QPM now. I'm the longest serving female police officer in the West Midlands Police, having joined in the 1980s. The QPM, the Queen's Police Medal, being the highest accolade to achieve by being on the Queen's Honours List very, very recently, and can now proudly use those three letters, QPM, after my name. I say that with great depth and with great pride, simply because when I joined some 34 years ago, and I signed that dotted line to become a servant of the Crown, a police officer, I never, ever, ever thought that I could have that QPM. This is one of the most significant awards that I think only a few ethnic minorities have ever actually received in the world of policing in the UK. So I am made in Britain, in Wolverhampton, and joined the police service in the 1980s, which was a very male-dominated institution with few police women. And in fact, there was actually a police women's department that was being reviewed. This is the era when police trousers hadn't even been invented for police women. There was no internet, no Google or sat-navs. We had 87 pence a month as your stocking allowance. So fast forward, moving into 2021. I'm currently part of the Home Office National Operation Uplift programme focused on recruiting 20,000 officers on a national level. And as a serving police officer with 34 years experience, currently taking on the role as the positive action officer based at West Midlands Police Headquarters in Birmingham. And what are we doing and why? So Robert Peel's principles of 1829 talk about the police being the public and the public being the police. These underpinning principles are what drives West Midlands Police, as we are serving one of the most diverse regions of the UK. So I'm going to take and talk to you about my journey and my views on this journey as an ethnic minority officer for Wolverhampton. In Wolverhampton, where it took nearly 28 years to have an ethnic minority senior officer, and I'm in my 34th year. So having a diverse police force helps us to build bridges between West Midlands Police and the groups who traditionally feel disconnected from us, helping legitimise trust and confidence in the police. This is increasingly important with the influx of newer and emerging communities. Positive action is about taking specific steps to improve equality in your workplace. Using positive action at work is voluntary. So West Midlands Police is committed to creating a diverse and inclusive workforce across all officer ranks and staff grades. It's not just uniformed services, but all police staff. And the College of Policing outlines that positive action is as creating a level playing field to enable people to compete on equal terms. It describes it as a range of measures aiming to eliminate unlawful discrimination and promote equality of opportunity, creating a fair and equitable career pathway for members of underrepresented groups. We use the competency values framework, what they call the CVF, which aims to support all policing professionals now and into the future. It sets out nationally recognised behaviours and values, which will provide a consistent foundation for a range of local and national processes. This framework will ensure that there are clear expectations of everyone working in policing, which in turn will lead to standards being raised for the benefit and safety of the public. And alongside with that, we have a code of ethics, which everybody must adhere to. I'm also a police cadet commander in charge of cadet leaders and cadets. The cadet role is not a paid role and it is voluntary. These are the next generation of future leaders. And our ethos in the cadet scheme is to promote them being good citizens and contributing to society, building on safer, harmonious communities where everyone is valued and respected and have the feeling of belonging. That's why I do the cadets as well. I thrive on improving and how we police internally and externally, sharing best practice in creating those safer, harmonious communities and environments where everyone feels valued and respected. That is really important to me. We live in an increasingly diverse society and need to be able to respond appropriately and sensitively to every strand of diversity. I believe that acceptance, trust, and respect for each individual is unique, and recognizing our individual differences is just as important as to be valued, no matter who you are. So I have and will continue to have a very positive understanding of policing as a servant of the Crown, customer service, cultural, moral, and ethical expectations of the very cosmopolitan society we serve and work within. I'm very proud of wearing my uniform, and I lived with the highest of integrity and professional standards because I treat people the way I want to be treated. I am always grateful and honoured to be part of teams that focus on fairness in policing as well as normal business delivery. I've been involved in numerous Home Office projects, which include our current positive action, recruiting, retention, and opportunities within citizens in policing, to name a few. Part of my current role is supporting new candidates for the onboarding process for policing as a career of choice, to prepare for the process of assessments and seize the opportunities to maximise their futures. I have been involved with every recruiting campaign throughout my career, and I am a trained assessor, interviewer, mentor, coach, and reverse mentor to senior officers. I deliver workshops to prepare for the police assessments and support the candidates not only through their journey to pass those assessments, but also throughout their student officers' years of learning to potentially become those fully qualified police officers. I am an executive on most of our staff associations and a member of all of them. I also volunteer, as I said, with the police cadets, and the police cadets are now focused around the 13 to 18 years of age. An ambassador with the citizens of policing, and also as well as numerous proactive interests that complement the work that we do. I am currently aligned to several departments, including the Learning and Development, the Police Now Detective Academy, and any opportunity that I can get involved with that absolutely improves the way that we serve humanity and the citizens that we serve too. Within this audience, I see many individuals, and I believe that each and every single one of us, and each and every single one of you, has the power to make a change in this world. We also know not everyone will agree with you, and that's okay, but stand by your beliefs. Do your research, know your subject matter, as some people may just need some extra time and support to understand the concept. You must remember that people cannot unlearn decades of beliefs in a day or a single conversation. And when there's no hope, you must keep trying, because being human is a given, but keeping our humanity is a choice. So West Midlands Police is the second largest police force in the country, covering an area of 348 square miles and serving a population growing well past 2.8 million. Preventing crime, protecting the public and helping those in need is our vision. Our officers have to play a vital role in ensuring that the communities of the West Midlands are kept safe. It isn't easy, but it is rewarding and can be a career like no other. So we want people to join us who have a range of life experiences and backgrounds. It is vitally important that we represent all of the communities that we serve. So the era that I joined, we have had and still have a massive disproportionality around women in the institution. So that is where I focus on empowering women to consider policing as a career. The West Midlands is an area rich in diversity, made up of so many different ethnic minority backgrounds. The region sits, as we know, at the very heart of the country and covers the three major centres of Birmingham, Coventry and Wolverhampton. It also includes the busy and thriving districts of Sandwell, Walsall, Solihull and Dudley. I've worked in every single one of them. The force deals with more than 2,000 emergency calls each day, and it's imperative that everybody gets the same quality of service, as well as patrolling the streets and responding to incidents 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. We have big ambitions for our future. I too have those ambitions, and we have a 3-year strategy about how we'll get there. And this is called This Work Matters. It provides a framework for the way we'll work by building on our strengths. We know that working for West Midlands Police is not just a job. We know that this work matters. Our strategy supports the delivery of the police and crime plan and is designed on the principle of helping people make the biggest difference they can. Our training equips officers for the specialist skills they need to do the job, but it's the human touch, the kindness, the humour, the friendliness and the empathy that people remember. That's why our latest recruiting campaign is crucial to absolutely address the massive disproportionality of ethnic minority representation within the force. We want you to see you're made for this. We want our citizens, not even if they don't want to do those uniform roles. We have police staff roles, we have volunteering opportunities. Every single one of our people has a part to play in making our plans come to life. That's internally and externally. Whatever your background, take a look at a career with West Midlands Police. Life around it here is diverse and fast-paced. Careers are varied and demanding, but exciting too. So where did this journey begin from? My late father had always been the inspirational role model, who was my mentor, the coach, my legend, who supported me in my life choices. He was the Samaritan of our communities, helping anyone and indeed those that were vulnerable with language barriers to connect with the state agencies, local authorities, the NHS, and simply just to help all to achieve the best in life. He is the legend that embedded links locally, regionally, nationally, and internationally. It is those strong links that assist my role and respect as an Asian female officer that is able to engage with the ethnic minority communities and break down barriers of non-engagement. Growing up in a very cosmopolitan society in the 20th century, I learned how important it is to be part of a world that is creating a fairer society where everyone can participate and has the opportunity to fulfill their potential. Diversity attracts curiosity in people and gives them a chance to learn and experience practices and traditions from another culture. These are some of the reasons why I joined the police service, believing I am a people's person and would enjoy being a public servant. And remember too, the era that I joined, it was called the police force. In 2021, it is called the police service. It is about understanding each other and moving beyond simple tolerance to embracing and celebrating the rich dimensions of diversity contained within each individual. It is also about the acceptance of and respect for people's differences. Cultural diversity brings together people with various skills, creativity, and knowledge for effective productivity. A diverse police service has increased adaptability, a variety of viewpoints on an issue, and innovation. Challenges of diversity include communication problems, resistance to change, differences of opinions, and stereotyping. We live in an increasingly diverse society, and need to be able to respond appropriately and sensitively to every strand of diversity. I believe that acceptance, trust, and respect for each individual is unique, and recognizing our individual differences is just as important as to be valued, no matter who you are. These are some of the growing up foundations that made me decide that the police service would be the chance to advance on the knowledge, skills, and abilities that I had to share for the common goals of serving humankind, our communities, and law enforcement. I can wholeheartedly say that I have always remained focused, and dealing with adversity has made the journey even more interesting and challenging. The yearning for learning has never diminished, and people are just so very important to me. It's not so much what I say or do, but the lasting memory will undoubtedly be of how I made that person feel at the material times that will be remembered. I have gained infinitive respect from commanding the quality of service for the public as well as my colleagues. The ability to analyse complex issues with positive conclusion has always had the drive to be achievable, and has affirmed my vision that I have the willpower to maintain my focus and assist in the same for my colleagues, increase personal motivation from a different yet equal, highly effective talent pool. I thrive from the communities that I serve. They are the ones that keep me driving in the world of police enforcement, police laws, etc. I hope I am an approachable and open-minded individual who works well as a member of a team and on my own initiative. I always conduct myself in a professional manner, self-motivated, responsible, and reliable, with a high degree of initiative and perseverance, always striving to achieve set goals within set frames in an efficient and effective manner. Vital because I had to learn the art of survival in a very, very male-dominated world. And now, in 2021, carrying the 3 letters QPM, what a difference that makes. But it hasn't changed Rani. Rani will still be Rani. And I believe in improving the ethnic minority representation at all ranks and bands, encourage diversity, particularly within those that would never even think of considering policing as a career. And especially in our, subject matter expert departments and roles, that we match workforce demographic to the encouragement to the use and value of background knowledge and skills in service delivery, and provide those bespoke support for diverse groups, utilising the learning and successes from elsewhere. It is vital to work in partnership with other agencies with like-minded common goals, and also challenges too for those that haven't got those like-minded goals. You must have that synergy to be self-confident with that predetermined goal to fulfill your objectives at work and life balance. These are very exciting times for West Midlands Police and the new generation of policing. And I salute all those that have been on this journey with me and made this happen. So, being dedicated, I hope, and continue to be passionate about raising the awareness, considering the needs of others and those associated with the caring responsibilities, the disabilities, the 9 protected characteristics. Remember too, that 2/3 of my service was pre the Equality Act of 2010. I will always be honoured and devoted to be afforded an opportunity to work with individuals within the organisation and externally to shape the future of policing in the modern UK. Also, having an understanding of how important soft skills are, both professionally and in family life, how invaluable every second of our life is. So I will remain determined, focused, and passionate about doing the right thing for the right reasons, when humility is vital. Be it sometimes challenging, but most important, the priorities being to respect people for what they believe in, value all humans, and move forward in the best interests of the individual and the organisation. Communication, trust and respect are so very vital in every aspect of engagement and resolving matters with positive outcomes. So, those who are determined to make a better future must never feel that the system is stacked up against them. In fact, be the change you wish to see in the world. Never change your good originality for the sake of others, because no one can play your role better than you. You have to believe in yourself first. Be that determined person that wants to achieve and be the inspirational role model for others. What's stopping you? Only your own thoughts. Whatever you keep saying, I can't do that. There is no such thing as you can't, especially if you haven't even tried. I can definitely tell you that the best preparation for tomorrow is doing your best today. There is something beautiful in every day. You just have to find it. So the question is, can you do everything with a good heart and expect nothing in return? And if it is about serving humanity, being humble means that we are not on earth to see how important we can become, but to see how much difference we can make in the lives of others. The greatest dreams are always considered unrealistic to those who have no ambition. Let your courage define you and not your fear. I feel so lucky to have so many people, amazing people around me. Tomorrow is never promised to anyone, and we should always be thankful and be considerate of others too. Don't ever leave anyone in a bad atmosphere, for we never know if we will ever actually meet again. What would you like your legacy, your memory to be? In life, you will realize there is a role for everyone you meet. Some will test you, some will use you, some will love you, and some will teach you. But the best ones are those who truly are important, are the ones that bring out the best in you. They are the rare and amazing people who remind you why it's all so worth it.